Class, we have learned about uh, pagination. After that, we learned about Webpack and how to create the tick template and all these things, custom template, custom layouts, and all these things we learned. And we created one page, some static theme we used. So if you go here, so in our resources folder, no, so we have the theme here, and if you see, this is the blog with sidebar. So this is the page, this is the theme. And if we go to our current blog page now, okay, so we need, yeah, so okay, status, we are on a different branch. Okay, yarn install. So if we get this problem, no, entry points is not available, you will have to install yarn install and yarn encore tough. Okay, we learned about yarn packages and different packages, how to integrate different javascript packages and javascript libraries, and how to integrate many things we learned. And then we created we built the duff version of that specific files, and how to include the uh, build files, build JS and CSS in our page. Now we see that we have got the similar page. So if you look at here now, here some images are missing. So it's because that images are not available in our folder. So basically this images is not coming from our folder. This should come from the post upload. So as of now, it's not necessary for us. So now we created this page. So now what we have to do now, so in the blog now, we created this page, and then whatever the things now, we need to make the content, real content in the blog list. So before going to do that, so our fixtures are not good, it is having some dummy data, no, we will make our fixtures some bit meaningful. So we'll go here, and what we will do now, we are having category count 10. So instead of that now, we'll do one thing, we will have an array categories. So remember that this is PHP, always variable starts with dollar. Okay, categories, and then we will have an array in PHP 7 onwards. Array syntax is like this. So, and what we will do now, we can simply go here, we have many category now. So one thing is like creativity. Okay, we can create this design. Okay, and then next community, and then marketing, okay, so and then marketing, social media, these are our categories. So what we will do now, we will have, instead of 4 now, we will have 4 each category. I'll call it cat, because category we are using below, so we can't do that. Categories, as it's not category, I'll put okay, maybe I can put category name. Okay, and inside this, what I will do now, I'll simply copy and paste this thing here, and instead of this now, I will have this category name and enable to persist and all these things. And then inside that, I can just simply put another for loop. So there is no uh, okay, in this case, okay, we will have my post J, my blog post J, and we will have some more content. So what we can do now, there is something called lorem ipsum. We can go to that website and we can just copy paste whatever the dummy text we want. Okay,
ഇതുണ്ട് അല്ല മറ്റേ ഇതില്ലേ വാട്സ്
then what we can do now, then we can do like this. Okay, so not title, we can give double quotes and then the category, and now is published. Okay, it's not false, we'll make everything published. Okay, for now, and then we will remove this. So we don't need this category count. So now let us reload the fixtures. So remember, we want to continue, we need to give yes, and now we got that all the data loaded. So next thing is like, if you look at that, this is dummy data is coming because this is static data, whatever I put that in page now. So now let's go to our block controller and we are getting, so we can give this also true, and then here we have to do the criteria is published true, both the place true, and then number of pages is post count, that is a current page, total number of posts and everything is there. Okay, and in below also we need to give that. Okay, so we are duplicating it now. Then what we can do now, we can just assign this value to, so we can simply copy paste it here. Okay, that is done. So this is done. Now what we have to do now, we have to go to our blog.index page, nothing is there. So we have to take a certain data from inside this. Okay, this thing, my blog articles and all these things is fine. So this is the content area. Okay, now I will tell you, let's put this content and let this header is required everywhere now. So we will call it blog header, and then we need to give enclose inside a block that thing, and then we need to start one more block. We will call it what we can call it like page container. We can give page container some name. So here end block, and then we need one more block footer, and then we need to end footer with also. So now this page container area, this we need to replace. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply copy this section, I mean entire including this block, and then what we will do, we will remove this from here because we don't want that there. Okay, and we will simply go here and paste it here. Okay, blog list, I will call it blog list, and let's refresh once again. Okay, doctrinorum statement must be typed in the given version. Okay, is okay, there is a problem, there is a typo, 2 times it is coming. Okay, we can replace this with this variable, we don't need to give like this. Okay, now block header has already been defined at 4. Okay, this 2 times in your, okay, we have already header there, so header is already there. So this is page title. Okay, this is a part of this thing, so already it is content only, we don't actually, this is the page title part. Okay, this also will go there only. So in that sense now header is I already created, and then what I have to do now, I don't need these thing, so instead of that I can just copy this to here and keep it here because it's part of that page only. And then here I already created block content, I don't need this also. And let's copy this thing now below this. Okay, and then content, so our block will become in the index page, in the index template it will become content. Okay, and now let's check it. So everything is working fine. So now this part we need to make dynamic. Okay, so what we will do, we already have posts, so inside index now you see this is a blog item, so this is one blog item, this is another blog item, this is another blog item, this is another blog item, there are 4 blog items are there, everything is same only. So I will comment all of other things. Okay, and inside this row now I will use for loop, for post in post. Okay, and then end for. Okay, now let's check what is happening. Now you see we are getting 1 2 3 4 5, that means 10 items. So what we can do, we can make, okay, we can make it dynamic. Okay, so here now we, okay, now remember that here one thing, so we are trying to use the related property post.category, so I am giving post.category.name. Okay, let's check whether it is coming or not. So it is coming creativity, everything is creativity only. Okay, so in the next page it will come. Okay, next we will try post title. So post dot title, see we are getting the post dot title, and finally we will do one thing, we will paste the content here. So what we have to do, we have to do post dot content. Okay, let's run once again. So now let us see that we have only 3 lines right now, but if you look at now it is having more lines. So how can we limit to, okay, 0 to 160 characters, like that we can put. Okay, so if you are giving 120 characters now, it will be approximately, okay, 3. Okay, now there are some problem here, so that actually the some word is like removing in the middle based on the characters. So we will learn actually how we can slice it by considering the word. For that we need to write something. I will not say the terminology for that, so I will come to that later, because I don't want to confuse you. So now we got that, and finally we got it. So now you look at here now, we are put we are like post dot category dot name, like that we are referring, but this seems to be very long. So how can we, so I will do one thing. If I give post dot category now, I'll get an error, because it's an object, it cannot be converted to string. So how in PHP we know that how to convert an object, how to echo an object to string. For that you need a function. We can simply click override methods, and we can to string, and whatever we want we can return here some string. Okay, in our case get name. Okay, now let's check it. So we got everything. So now we got a very beautiful blog list, and now the pending thing is like we need to make this pagination active. Okay, now let's go back to the controller. We have post, total number of post, number of pages, current page. Okay, now if you go to pagination section, so this is a different thing. Okay, we are going to the pagination section. This is the pagination section. So inside, okay, inside this only we need to do that. So the first thing is like previous, and some number of pages it is showing, and next. Okay, so what we can do now, so we are getting a span a, like that. So inside the nav links now, we can put that our previous pagination code now, whatever we I just deleted it, so whatever we written earlier now, same thing we will rewrite it again. So for page in one number of pages, spread operator number of pages, actually basically what is the variable name. Okay, we can give like this. Okay, and then what we can do, we can give n4, and then the first thing is like, and inside that we did one thing. If page is equal to no current page, okay, else. Okay, and then we need to end if. So it's better to do like this. First we create this structure, and then if it is current page, so we need this thing. If it is current page, we don't need a link,
Just a page.
just a page. Need to show what is we are on which page, so we will give like this. Otherwise we need a link to go to that page. Okay, now we will give page here, and inside this we need to generate the URL from the route. So for that, what path function, and then we need to give the route name. Our route name is app blog, and then we need to give the parameters. Main parameters is page. Sorry, this is PHP way. In Twig it will be like this. Okay, we given this, and now Okay, I will tell you how we can get previous and next. Just take this, and so basically this can be here and next can be outside. So for previous, what we want, we can just copy this here and we can put it here, and page is equal to page. Okay, not page, it is like current page minus 1. Okay, current page minus 1, and next and below current page plus 1. Okay. Okay, now let's check whether it is working or not. You see here, so do we need I am actually seeing a bug here. Do we need previous here?
No.
0,
Already
we don't
on.
have a 0 page.
Yes.
And again it is going into, see, next page. This is correct only.
Next is required. Here
Okay,
required.
we don't need that thing. So for that, what we have to do now, so we need to check one condition. We need to put condition if current page, if current page is greater than 0, then only we need this. Okay,
Greater than 1.
yeah, it is greater than 1, that is correct only, it's not 0, so we don't have that. Okay, now let's go to second page. If you go to second page, we will have previous page. Okay,
Next also we have to do.
yeah, in the case of next,
Next that.
we can copy the same thing, put it here, current page,
Less than or equal to 10.
ಅಲ್ಲ 10 ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದು
1 to
variable
10
ನ.
ಅಲ್ಲ.
so number of pages,
ಅದು variable.
number of pages, no,
Yes.
is current page is less than number of pages, then only we need this next. Okay, let's check now. Now we are getting next, we go to 10, will not have next.
Yes.
So now we got a beautiful blog list and with a pagination, and so actually we completed our blog list. So next thing is like we need to create a
Post.
blog view. We'll go to the blog view. Inside that we need to work on that. So blog view, inside blog view, let's create the blog view page and let's check how we can do that. In blog view some more things are there. So if you go here now, if you click on blog single, you will have category and comments, these things, many things are there. So you will have like previous post, next post, comments, and write a comment functionality, but we will not do everything today. We will only do these things, whatever it is there. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so let's simply create this page and simply present what it's there. So for that now we need to create in the block controller one more control action. So the first thing is like you need this attribute, root attribute,
Here posts are available.
ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ನೋಕು.
a root attribute, and in the root attribute,
ಐಟಮ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವತ್ತು. ಪಚ್ಚರ್.
okay, you are giving blog and post. Why I'm giving the post now, otherwise it will match with this thing. Okay,
Yes.
if I'm giving the number, okay, then maybe blog and view, like that we can give. Okay, and I'm giving post instead of id, I'm giving post app blog view. Okay, view post, you can give the name like that. So yeah, okay, let's copy paste. I am very lazy to write. Then view. Okay, okay, inside this, okay, now I am teaching you a new thing. So it is called route param. In the route param fetcher, one concept is there. So we will just go to some theory. Param fetcher in Symfony 6. Okay. It's not the right thing. Route. Okay, in the param converter, that is what. Okay, it is param converter. So if you are giving no, if you are giving blog and ID no, so param converter one annotation or attribute is there. You can give what is the thing, what is the variable name. Here I am giving ID, so variable name and post. But if I am not giving this no, it will look for ID inside the variable. Okay, and in the class also, entity class also I can mention, but by default it will match with the type casting, type hinting. Okay, so I'm not giving that param converter attribute. So instead of that I am just giving type hinted one post entity. Okay, and again remember that I need the return type to mention here. It is a Symfony component HTTP foundation response. Okay, okay, we can improve this. Okay, app entity post. Okay, we have imported that, and there is a small typo here, it should be post. Okay, now inside this now what I have to do, return this of render, and then I need to tell my template name blog slash view dot html dot tweak. Okay, and then post, and then I can simply give post. So okay, here one magic will happen right now. Okay, let's create that template now. So it is called view dot html dot tweak. Okay, the first thing what we need to do, we need to extend layout. We need to extend the layout, and then second thing is like we can change the title. We can change the title to blog list, and we can simply give like this. Or I'll show you a new thing here. So instead of that, I will use one function parent, and after that I will use hyphen, and then I will use post dot title. Okay, and then next I need to override my blog content. Just copy paste the end blog. Okay, now let's go and open the blog single inside TextMate. Okay, we have header top, navbar, main wrapper, page title, okay, this section now we need, and then let's take this section, sorry, let's copy this and put it here, and here I can give the
Post dot date.
now I'll give post dot okay, basically blog. No, I will give a static. This is a static title. Blog, I mean post details. Post details, and then here I will give the actual title. Post dot title, and this thing and all we will work on later. Okay, and next section we need to copy actually where this section is entering. Okay, all these things goes to same area. Okay, let's copy this everything. Okay, we will put it here. Okay, we will make it dynamic today, some of the part. So now let's click on okay. Okay, now to check this, no, we need to add this page. Okay, so in our I mean we need to generate the URL and link. Okay, so now we will go to here, and then instead of blog single I will give here path, and what is the route name? We can add blog view post. Okay, we'll go here, and we need to give the param. So param name is post, and then
Post dot date.
post dot id. Okay, let's go here, refresh. So we are on, let's go to the first page, and we can click on view 801. Okay, app controller block control index argument to page must be type of int string given called in. So there are some problem. So it is matching with this. Okay, so what we have to do now, because it is matching the second thing and third thing, like so what we have to do now, we have to copy this thing above. Okay, so the route priority, route order, so whatever the order it is finding, no, first come it will match.
Yes.
So what happened now, you are giving blog view post, no, it matched with this.
Okay.
So it is saying it's string cannot be given, it is integer only, it is expecting. Now let's refresh, we got these details. Okay, now what we can do now, see my blog post 0. So what we can do, we can make certain part dynamic, the remaining thing we can do it in next class. So here category. Okay, in this category post dot category, if we give, we'll get that, and then 5 comments. Okay,
Okay.
so that one we will do later, and when it was posted. Okay,
Okay.
here what we can do now, this is the format we want. So now, okay, let's remove this. So let's simply here, and then we have post. What is the variable name for that? If go to a picture, we can see that posted at, posted at, and then we are going to use a filter. Okay, date, and then we can simply use our default format. Okay, let's see what is happening. Okay, it is coming like this. If we wanted to use like this, so what we will do now, we will go to PHP date format. instead of PHP date format, it's better Twig date format, because PHP and Twig having different format. If you wanted to get the MDY to escape words and characters, okay, I think let's check this. I'm not sure exactly what is the format. Maybe this will work. Not this thing. Okay, fine. Okay, sorry. So we are getting like this, April 4th. So we need to reverse it, okay?
Yes.
So JS is
First, then
JS and F, and I want Y also,
yeah.
because here also I want. So just remove this. So we got 4th April 2023, and then we will change this title. Post of title, and there is a link there. Okay, here one link is there now. This one will become, if you go here index, here also we are having now the same way. If you are clicking on that link also, it should work. Here also you have to give this, and the same way in view also we have to give, okay, in view template. And then this part, we have many paragraphs, but I will tell you how.
One paragraph is enough for us.
I will tell you how we can do it multiple paragraph. So we will be creating a backend for this. In the backend, how do we do that, and all these things we will tell. So not this. We can simply, as of now, we can simply put okay, inside. We can take one single paragraph. We'll remove all of these things. We'll copy, remove this also, and then we'll have post dot content. Okay, and this tags and all we will do later. We have some other things and all, so everything we will check later. So we got our completely full post page. So we have to work on other things, comments and all these things that we will work on in the next. And this part we have to work, find out the latest post, and the tags we have to work. So tags we have to work, and so everything. So today we learned about, actually we completed blogging system, very basic blogging system we completed. So today we learned about creating blog view and creating a new template, and how we can segregate the different blocks. And also we learned about param converter, and so by default it will happen by using the typecasting. So most of the things we learned. So next session we'll go further, and we used some two-string methods, and also we used how we can use the related, how we can print the related data. Everything we learned, for loops, different kinds of for loops and everything learned. So I think the very basic thing we covered. So now we will be going little advanced. So form and all these things we will take it in the next sessions, and how we can render the related data and all these things. Relationship we are going to use bidirectional association, and then unidirectional, and from the inverse side how we will fetch the data without writing the query. All these things in the next class we will learn. But remember that one thing, if you are thorough on this concept, whatever we learned till now, then only you can go to the next steps. Otherwise, so what I am expecting you to do, code along with me. So watch something and read, see portion of the application, some portion of the code, and then type do that by yourself, so that only you will be able to learn this. Okay, so thank you, we are closing for now.